Hello again from my front porch. Well, it is a glorious, beautiful, sunny day here in Iowa and hot. As it has been for a while. I was actually recently back in DC. My work travel has been picking up again, and I was back in DC doing work, and it was pretty warm there too, at least when it wasn't raining like a monsoon, which it did this last week here. In fact, there was one day that we had flash flood warnings because of the rain that was going on in the DC area. But it's been warm everywhere, and so I thought, I'll wear the sunglasses in honor of it being so nice and beautiful and sunny out. I could also wear them because of the whole, my future's so bright, I gotta wear shades thing, which actually wouldn't be all that wrong, because I continue to pinch myself at how amazing and wonderful my job at Baker is, and how great not only they treat me, but the opportunities I get to do. How I really stressed making that decision to move from Waldinger over to Baker Concrete Construction, and there was a lot about it that was scary. But it has turned out to have been a really, really good decision on my part. So I could wear them for that, and I may actually do another episode about what's going on at work, because I haven't done that for a while and updated you all as to what's happening, especially now that we've started to resume doing some stuff. A lot of exciting things going on, and so I'll have to do that. But I'm not doing that one this episode, so might as well take these off. Actually, what I wanted to talk about was the show itself, because we're coming up on 4 years this September. It'll be 4 years I've been doing this little show, and I haven't done a new episode in close to 2 weeks now. But the reason for that was I was kind of hoping that y'all would be going out and watching the 8-part series that I did of my interview with Coco Dolenz, Mickey Dolenz' sister, Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. And Coco Dolenz actually has been part of the Monkees family and in the Monkees recordings and now in the Monkees concerts. Even took the picture of the cover of their new album. that she's been involved at that level and was a fascinating person to talk to. I really enjoyed that, and I think you would enjoy it too. And you don't even have to be a Monkees fan to enjoy the conversation with her. Granted, it does help, but really just an amazing woman to talk to, and I look forward to talking with her again. I hope that there is another opportunity to get to do that, and she seemed open to that, so who knows. I was looking at the numbers on YouTube, and they were not very encouraging, and that got me thinking about how on Facebook, when I post the videos there are very few comments and likes anymore. When I first started doing this, there would be a lot. A lot meaning like 30, but it's still more than like now, where I might get less than 10, and. There are various reasons that people give me for that they say, it's because you've gotten longer. When you started, you were doing these quick little short, within less than 5-minute kind of things, and now they go on for a long time, and I just can't watch all that. Other is that some of the things I've talked about, they don't appreciate, they don't like that. Well, I guess that's always going to be the case. But again, it's not just to entertain. It's supposed to be, to kind of have dialogue, and nobody comments on them anymore either. Every once in a while there's a comment, but the best that I sometimes get is, hey, that's a good video, I liked it, and I appreciate that. I don't want to dismiss that, but there's no, there's no dialogue there, and those comments will really only tend to come on Facebook. YouTube, which is where I really wanted to drive the numbers, there's just nothing seems to be happening there. And so I've been debating whether this needs to be the final year for Hello from My Front Porch. That maybe as we come to the September, I would still finish out the year, but as we come to that time frame in September where Ashley and Josh's wedding comes up, because again, that was the initial catalyst for the show, that maybe I need to start winding it down. Maybe I needed to start pulling back from it and just say 4 years was fantastic, but now it's time to move on, do other stuff. I certainly could use the time elsewhere. And I really got to think about that. And there's a lot of appeal to that. It does. Yeah, my calendar, my schedule really likes that idea. However, I also earlier then was thinking about why I started doing these videos in the first place. Now, the very first initial reason was to talk about what was going on with Ashley's wedding, because people were messaging me and saying, what's going on? How you doing? How's she doing? And I was answering all the same questions. And I said, you know what? Enough of this. I'm just going to do a video every morning and tell people, here's the latest update on what's going on with stuff. And then I post those to Facebook and people watch them. And then after the wedding was done, then I stopped doing them, and people said, aren't you going to do any more of those? I kind of liked seeing those come up in my newsfeed. They were kind of fun to watch. And I was like, what? And then it was pointed out to me. It was kind of nice to have something come up in my newsfeed that was just mindless. It was like a Seinfeld thing, that it was about nothing. It was just fun. It was just there. And I got to thinking about that, and I thought, where are we now? We're again in another presidential political campaign year. And it is even uglier than the last one 4 years ago. And we're not even, we're still a few months away from the election, so it's only going to get worse. Maybe it is just time for Hello from My Front Porch to get back to its roots of being a little less topical and a little more fun. I don't know what that means. I don't have a vision for what I'm going to do with that yet, but I've been thinking about that. I would really like your opinions. Honestly, I really would like your opinions. Do you think that, this has been fun, Paul, but it's not, it's run its course. Move on to something else. Invest your time elsewhere. Do you think that's the right answer, or do you think no? I think you should keep doing it. And here is the kind of stuff I think you should talk about. Here's a topic that you should include, or you should have guests, and this is what you should do, and whatever. Because I'm open to that, to doing some of those kind of things. I absolutely would love to do that. I've even thought about trying to find ways, since my work travel is picking up again, of trying to incorporate more about sites that I go to and places that I see that maybe not all of you get a chance to see, or maybe you've seen it and you haven't seen it in the way that I could show you, or the little nuances about something with it, or even just relive the experience of having been there. Those kind of things are all options that I've kind of gotten out of doing, but certainly interested in getting back in to doing some of those things. But what I want to know is, would you watch? Because right now, as I said, I got the interviews with Coco out there, and I think they're really interesting to listen to her tell the stories that she has over that her extended career, and not a lot of people have watched them, and so maybe I only have a handful of people who really care about my interest in the monkeys, and they've extended that, unfortunately, to Coco, who is not just about the monkeys. But whatever the case may be, I'd really like to know what you think. I'd really like to know your opinion. Some have said that they're too long, so I'm going to try my best to keep them short. This one I'm going to try to keep under 10 minutes, and I'm going to try to keep shaving them down as best I can to squish them down into smaller elements. But I needed to give you my full thoughts here. I would very much like to continue doing Hello from My Front Porch, but as I said, I don't want to do them just for myself. That would be weird. So I need to know what would make you continue not just to watch, but that you would be willing to even share the video with somebody else to watch, to encourage somebody else to either like the Facebook page, or even better yet, subscribe at the YouTube channel, which is open to the public. See, when I post these on my personal Facebook page, only my friends can see that. And if you share that link, unless I'm friends with the person you shared it to, they can't see the video. And I do that on purpose, because this is something just for my friends. But if you want the public version, the version that's shareable to everybody, that's out on YouTube, and then linked on the Facebook page. There's also a Twitter page, and there's an Instagram page for Hello from My Front Porch. All those are out there, but ultimately the public videos are out on Facebook. So please go watch them there. And let me know what you think. Hopefully, either way, whether this show goes on or not, I am going to make sure that my future is so bright. I got to wear shades. even on the front porch. And I'll see you next time from my front porch.